My bad. Ah, my bad. 4 minutes in and I've muted. I failed. I fail as a vlogger. I assume, yeah, I assume you can hear me now. Yeah, sorry guys. Oh, my bad. I fail. I fail. Oh, thanks. My bad. All right. Lessons learned. I'm still a noob. I'm still a rookie. Oh, so funny. So funny. All right, guys. Here we are. What am I, 4 minutes into it? Oh my gosh. Well, had a great trip in Camotes. I'm back in the Cebu City, and yes, back in Cebu City. And let's go back up through here as I was chatting with everybody. I guess I didn't miss much. Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, it looks like you're coming out in 41 days. Exciting, right? Exciting. Big move. I don't like I was saying too. Is this a move or just a scouting trip? And I think we're talking. I think we're talking like via email and stuff. I've actually reached out and met so many people. I met a gentleman from Canada. I think Quebec, Barry. Shout out to you, Barry. That was really awesome connecting with you and and seeing you. So yeah, good times, man. This is it was really fun just meeting with everybody. Yes, hello from Florida. Now that you guys can hear me, right? Oh, como está? Yes, I remember that one from above. The turkey. Yes, the turkey. So we stayed at a place in Komodos Island, DJ Resort, I believe the name it was. He's on Airbnb. I'll put his information in there. Just an incredible place. Beautiful, beautiful, really beautiful place. I assume you're commenting on the turkey in the photo. No sound. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm a rookie. I'm still figuring all this out. Actually, 4 months today. I've been doing YouTube for 4 months today. Yeah, amazing. 4 months today. Man. Yeah, sorry, guys. Good morning. Yes, my own Boontall. Good evening. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'll skip through the no sound here. Isn't that a song? Isn't that Genesis? What's that? Yeah, no reply at all. Uh, do you recommend the Plantation Bay Resort? Yes, I do. I do. Good place. You know, it's a little bit expensive, a little bit mahal. I think there are, so it depends, right? If you're here on vacation, you're just checking out Cebu and the Philippines, absolutely. Plantation Bay Resort is good, really good. It, you know, there's a bunch of resorts all through that Mactan area there. But yeah, if you're just here on vacation checking out, yeah, absolutely. Lots to do in there. Whole entertainment center. That video that I did on that kind of goes over that. It's got kind of a small beach. There's another place. I think it's called Shangri-La or Sri Lanka, one of the two. That's another place I'm actually going to be checking out here real soon too. So, yeah, yeah, coming in on that. But yeah, it's great. I mean, if you're here, you know, checking out Cebu, um, you know, for like a scouting trip or something like that, you know, maybe not. It just depends. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but yeah, nice place, nice place. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. Must be lying. What am I lying about? I try to read lips. Yeah, sorry guys. My bad. My bad. My bad. Are we still no audio though? All right. Yeah, I think we're. Sorry, I'm just getting through the no audio stuff here. Yeah, yeah, there we go. All right, 1 second. Yes. All right, we got through all the no audio chat. Sorry about that, guys. Apologize. But we are back. We are live. We are up and running. Good morning. My own Boontog BJ. How you doing, brother? How's it going? Yes, can I repeat all that, please? Sorry. I'm such a rookie. I am a total rookie. Oh man, so funny. Yes, it's so true. It's fun though, man. I like being the rookie. I can play that card now for a little while. I think. But how many more months do I have? I think I have up to 6 months where I can play the rookie card, and I'm at 4 today, so I got 2 more months. Hmm. Oh, so fun, so funny. Yeah, thanks, Jared. Appreciate it. Yeah, 20 years in IT, 20 years in IT, and I can't find the mute button. Oh, so funny, man. So funny. Thanks, Chris. Good morning, mate from Australia. Yeah, Anthony. Good morning to you, brother. Good morning. Hope all is good there. Yeah, I thought the sound issue was on my. Yeah, sorry, Atlanta. My bad. Yeah, I had it on mute. I just had to undo it. That was my bad. Yeah, this one. Yes, this one time at Bangkok. Oh, too funny, Gary. Heading to Cebu next June, Ted. All right, brother. Yeah, nice. It's beautiful here. It really is. I think it's the best place for us to start. I really do. It's not as big as Manila, so you got a little bit of a smaller town. You've got a great airport. You've got ferry access to everywhere. You've got better weather than a lot of places in the Philippines. It's a good place for us to start, gentlemen. Somebody call the IT guy. Cheers to you, BJ. I can't wait for you to come out too, man. Good times. Yes, retirement. The brains on retirement. Oh my gosh. It's a move. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right, Chuck. I remember. It's a move to Duma to start and then branch out from there. Yeah, and Duma's not bad. I mean, it really is. Dumaguete's great. I mean, you've got a lot of foreigners there, which honestly, that's kind of important as you come here. It really is. It gives us an opportunity to connect with other people. And Dan and I, that video that we did, I mean, he and I hung out pretty consistently the first couple weeks for like 2 weeks, and just kind of how's this going for you? How's this going for you? Kind of thing. And I mean, we just did a whole video on little bits and pieces of what we were talking about. But having that foreigner presence is kind of helpful in a lot of ways. Just to kind of, it's an adjustment. It is. But yeah, Doom is great. My only concern about Dumaguete is the power issues that they seem to have weekly, and not like blips that we have here, but all day kind of outages. That is my only concern about that area. Otherwise, I think I would go there too. Valencia looks absolutely gorgeous. When you get up in the more mountainous areas there, and just more nature. That's the one thing I actually don't like about Cebu is you're in a big city. You really are. 3 million people, so it's big. But also too, I like that in a sense that you have a lot of amenities here. Um, which I'm used to city living. I lived in Denver. I lived in Tampa. Yeah, I lived in Cleveland. Did live on a farm in South Dakota, but I was a kid. That was, it was 7, 8, 9 years old kind of thing. So, but yeah, Duma is a great place to start. Really is. It's going to be great. Hello, blessed morning, my friend. Well, it's coffee time. Yeah, I've actually got some black tea, but I think I'm going to be switching to coffee just because I have a really hard time finding loose leaf tea here. So yeah. Louisiana, nice, man. Good old Louisiana. I've been to New Orleans a couple times. Yeah, beautiful, really interesting area. It's actually really similar weather to here. Hot, humid. Yeah. Sometimes it's rain, sometimes it's sunny. Yes. It was better before you turned the sound on. All right. Oh man, I've been racing this morning. I have been racing. I got home late yesterday, and I've just been trying to edit. I've got hours worth of footage to go through, and I like to cram my videos into like 8 minutes. I don't like to make super long content, just because I think people get bored really quick, especially the way I do stuff. It's very raw. Like I don't have music. I don't have a lot of ways to entertain you guys. So I really try to keep stuff short. So I've got hours and hours worth of footage, and I'm trying to cram into maybe 1 or 2 videos. Well, probably 2, maybe 3 videos. But so yeah, just as soon as I got home, I started working, and then I've been working this morning. I've just been racing around. trying to get stuff done there. So it's been really busy. I've got an interview with JRC, the visa people, so here this afternoon, and lunch plans, and yeah, there's been a lot going on. So I forgot to turn the mute off. Busy semi-retirement, but I love this. This is fun for me, especially in the arena of technology and photography and videography. Yeah, it's good times. But yeah, the mute was epic for sure. Hello from Utah, Ken. You were stationed in Colorado, your old state? Yeah, I would assume you were probably in what's that, Colorado Springs, Fort Carson? Yeah, I love Colorado. I'm glad I lived there for 20 years. Just beautiful, stunning, breathtaking. Loved it. Christopher, be there first week of August. Yep, so excited. Still hunting condos. That's wheelchair. So, yeah, we've been emailing back and forth. I'm pretty sure that's you. I'm seeing two gentlemen here in wheelchairs now. So, yeah. So you're going to want to stick, right, as we've talked before in those emails and chats, probably IT Park or Cebu Business Park to start, in particular for you. And maybe that's where you're at. And that's great here, man. But the Cebu Business Park, that's because where I live now. I see, two gentlemen here, and they're, neither one of those guys are in the push chairs or in the electric chairs. And I apologize. I don't have a ton of experience in that conversation, but yeah, I see two gentlemen here, and I'm, there's kind of ramps in the sidewalks kind of thing, but that's going to be really limited, right, to certain neighborhoods. But depending on your resources and stuff, getting drivers and things like that. There's a gentleman here in my building also that has a wheelchair. So, but yeah, what we should do, you know what? I think I have your information. I'll send you my broker guy, and you can start working with him probably before you get here. I'll send you his information. Reach out, man. Remind me. How long did it take? How long to adjust to the heat? I'm coming in September, October. I'm going to Tri-Baggio. Yeah. So Doug, I moved from Colorado. It's not that bad. The heat here isn't that bad. It's really not. I think it just depends, right? If you live in the southern part of United States, it's really no different. And some people say, like, I've got a friend who I met online, she used to live in Manila and now she lives in Houston. She says it's hotter in Houston than it was in Manila. So I think it just depends on what you're used to. If you're the kind of guy though that, lived in South Dakota and you loved winter or whatever, right? Like if winter and that type of temperature you really thrive in, you might struggle here. It's it's not cold. But I kind of think people make a little bit bigger deal of the weather than there needs to be. It's really not that bad as far as the temperature, right? At least I don't think so. But actually, I don't mind the heat. Who's this guy? This guy needs to get blocked, man. He keeps showing up on my. Anyway, sorry. Hot in Boulder today, 89 degrees. Hot in Boulder, Glenn. I must know you, right? Huh. I don't recognize that. Yeah, obviously I worked and lived in Boulder for a while. 89 degrees and 15% humidity, right? So dry. Here it's 82 degrees, but it's got to be 80% humidity. Yeah, back to audio. All right, audio's good. I'm gonna skip through these audio stuff. All right, sweet. Full audio, you're good. It's okay. Yes. Helen Filipina in the yes, Mayong Buntag. Mayong Buntag. Paranoia is setting in. Paranoia or getting older, right? Oh, too funny. BJ, I've been racing. I've just been, I've been busy, but fun, fun, busy, which is, been good times. And then just a lot of the newness of it, like riding the motorcycle again. It's been a while since I've been on a bike, but riding the motorcycle again, and then getting on ferries and, figuring out all that process and then trying to vlog the whole thing. It's just, there's a lot new, and then like I said, interviews later on today for YouTube stuff. So, but it's fun. I like it. I'm doing good. One of the things I see in that though is just refocusing on my exercise. So I was out of town 4 or 5 days, and and still didn't have good ways to exercise during that time. So yeah. So that's one of the things I need to work on, is finding ways to travel and exercise. My own Boontog. Yes. Try to visit our place during weekends in the city of Naga, famous boardwalk. Okay. All right. I can check that out. It has so many places to see and to explore. You and Jasper are both streaming at the same time. Nice. Well, I think we have two different styles of channel here. So there are a lot of people, I guess, that watch him that also watch me, but um, it's kind of like watching Jerry Springer and then watching Andy Griffith. two different two different TV shows, and nothing wrong or right with either one of them, right? Nothing wrong or right with either channel. Oh, just funny. Yeah. How's the weather there? Where are you at? Yeah, so I'm in Cebu City right now. Weather's nice, sunny. I think we got some thunderstorms coming in today. So yeah, it's a little more of a wetter season, I guess, I'm coming into. So, but it hasn't been bad. I mean, I've hit that whole trip. I was gone, 4 or 5 days, and it rained. I think rained twice, but quick showers, 15, 20 minutes. Came down pretty hard, but then, over with. So yeah, pretty uneventful. Pretty uneventful. I am here to make you laugh. What's that line? What's funny? What's funny about me? Huh? What's so funny? Do I get Joe Pesci? Yeah, Juneteenth was observed yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a little bit different date here. We just got through Father's Day here. So it was a good holiday. I was actually out on Comodos Island during Father's Day. Beautiful. Waiting for your BGC tour. Yeah, that might be a little bit. Might be a little bit. I can't ride my bike up there. Yeah, beautiful though. I mean, love it. Probably want to go to BGC or go to Manila there. I'll probably just fly in and, get around that way. You're cheating your audio, my friend. 4 minutes silent. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to edit that in post so I can get rid of that gap. So that way, because I keep my lives up, and that would cause a big problem having 4 minutes of audio silence. Retire. IT retired DBA. Oh yeah, Ted. Nice, dude. Yep, I got you. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, I did. So I did a bunch of stuff. It's 20 plus years in IT work. So used to work for a company called Maxtor out of Longmont. They were a hard drive manufacturer, so I did support for that, just installations over the phone, kind of stuff, help people install Windows. And then I went, did some more IT work in the legal industry. Was the bulk of my work. Highly recommend IT work for legal industry. It's it's an industry, right, that's designed to impress and spend money versus like hospitals and other industries that are really designed to save money as much as they can. So, but yeah, I loved IT work. Huge fan. And that's really why I like YouTube in a lot of ways, just because of it allows me to continue to play in the area of technology. So yeah, good for you, Ted. Oh yeah, I have not been to BGC yet, Nina, but I want to go. I want to check it out. I want to get out there. I want to explore all the Philippines. I really do. There's, other than kind of the dangerous regions of Mindanao, right? The western part of Mindanao, I probably won't go to, but even Mindanao, I want to go to General Santos. I want to go to Davao City. I want to go to CDO. There's what's that city just south of Dumaguete? There's a really cool city there. I think it's the Dipolog City. Yeah, there's all parts of the Philippines I want to go. So I'm getting word that the riding in Negros is supposed to be like top notch, and motorcycle riding just in the scenic roads. So I want to check out Negros and that island. So yeah, I'm going all over. I do want to hit Northern Luzon, the rice terraces and things like that. So yep. Waiting to turn 62 and start Social Security, Ted. Yeah. All right, good, brother. If you're still working in IT work, yeah. If you're still working in IT work, dude, you're remote. Come on now. Yeah, Sir Dave. Are you sick of Cebu traffic and pollution? Maybe Iloilo is better. So it's an interesting comment, Dave. And I say that because a lot of people talk about both of those. And honestly, for me, neither of those are a factor. They're really not. I lived in Denver, which has, in my opinion, sometimes heavier traffic. So one of the things about Cebu is there's no interstates. So it's all city driving. So you can take side roads, you can get off, you can move around as long as you know your way, which I don't. But if you have a good map and a good navigation system, you can find ways to get around. So yeah, there are pockets of traffic. It's also the traffic is around rush hour. So that way, if you avoid those times in the mornings and evenings, you can avoid a lot of the traffic. Now in Denver, it used to be when I first moved there that it was rush hour traffic, but then it was like all the time traffic. So in my experience, the traffic really is it's no different from where I come from. The other thing about that is if you're on two wheels, they allow you to lane filter and lane split and kind of go wherever you can. So, which you can't do, so you can get through the traffic. So, the traffic to me is something I think that's exaggerated upon. The other thing about the traffic that I think gets people is if you're traveling in a taxi cab, you have to. It's different, right? So they're charging you by like the time. So the longer they're in the cab, the more money you're paying them. So they're going to hit every traffic road they can just to jump up the bill. So, I mean, you might be sitting in traffic in a cab just so they can run up the meter kind of thing. But anyways, and the air pollution also, I don't notice it. And I can't, same there again, right? I came from Colorado. I just got an air pollution warning just now that there's bad air pollution in Broomfield, Colorado, where I live. So I don't have a lot of smog. Now I know in Thailand, they do those burnings and stuff where it's noticeable. And that's what we had in Colorado. We had a lot of smoke. We had a lot, smoke from the fires coming in. We had that every summer, or local fires, not even ones coming in from California or from Canada. We would have local fires. So honestly, the traffic and the air pollution to me is better than it was where I came from, right? But I'm glad you brought that up, Dave, because a lot of people ask about that. They really do. And to me, it's a non-issue. Now, would Iloilo be a great place to be? Yeah, man. But there again, power issues, right? That Canadian couple, they were out of power for 4 days. And I'm actually going to be interviewing a gentleman, one of the people that I've met. He works for the local power companies. He's an electrical engineer, and I want to interview him to talk a lot about power and what's going on there. Atlanta, why do I get the feeling that one of your future merch t-shirt would say, I survived fiasco? Yeah, right? I'm sorry, guys. 4 minutes of no audio. My bad. Sorry about that. There are t-shirts coming. I have a t-shirt. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I got this on camera, but I have a Holy Mackerel t-shirt coming. I hung out, man, with my buddy Ricky and his girlfriend Vin. You're gonna meet those guys. Just really great people. Love them both. Just really fun. And he, this guy Ricky, he is incredibly talented, man. He's done a YouTube channel. You guys should check him out. American Tourist. He hasn't done any postings in about a year or so, but he did some high quality stuff. And so, I mean, I'm talking like he wrote his own music for his videos. I mean, just amazing. And his videos, he was traveling all over the world because he worked for a major airline, and then he would vlog those major cities, and it was just really a tour guide of that. So, excuse me, really recommend checking him out. But my point is on him is he started creating this Holy Mackerel t-shirt for me. He's just that creative, right? And yeah, it was fun. Good guy. Hey Glenn, hey Chris, I wanted to improve my romantic life by moving to the Philippines, but after listening to you, it doesn't sound that great. It does, Glenn. It is, right? It's just different here. So I'm glad you brought that up because it's one of those things. It's just a really shy and conservative culture, and I was not expecting that. Now, it just means you have to, and I'm learning this, you really have to change your approach. And I do think online dating might be the way. So there's two ways to meet a partner. is one, in the best way, is to get introduced by somebody. Have somebody introduce you to somebody, and that is the best way. But secondly, and that's hard for us as newcomers because we don't know anybody, but probably online. And then you can also meet people in person, but you have to be careful. And there are spots to do it, and there are spots not to. Like if you go out and hang out at a mall, they're already aware that you're trying to do that. So just because there's so many foreigners that go and hang out at Ayala Mall and try to meet women. So there's actually women who don't go to Ayala Mall because of the kind of rude foreigners that are sitting there trying to pick them up. So don't be one of those dudes. So there's definitely places to go to meet Filipinos, and there's places not to. So I would not suggest like either Ayala Mall, because that's where all the foreigners go to try to meet women. I would suggest, just getting out in some of these shops and other smaller places. And then just look, you got to understand they're very shy. They're very shy. But are they interested in us, Glenn? Yes, very much so. Very much so. Very much. So it's not a lost cause. Hardly at all, brother. Hardly at all. It's incredible. It really is amazing. I hope that opens it up or explains it a little bit more. Tin Whistle. Hello, Chris. Dean here. Yeah, hope you're good, Will, sir. Yeah, Dean. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm good, man. Good, really good. Yeah, really good. Just, it was an amazing trip that I had in Komodos. Being back on a motorcycle. I love motorcycle riding. And then to give that up for a year and a half out of just fear, and then to get back on that again and then ride around these beautiful tropical islands, these really lush mountainous roads. I mean, probably one of the best days of my entire life. Yeah, just amazing. Jan, mayong buntag, wapo. There's loose leaf tea over at Healthy Options. All right, brother. Show me where that's at. Maybe not today, dude. I'm like booked, but yeah, we'll do lunch here in a little bit, brother. But yeah, thanks, man. I like to know where that's at. I'm learning some Tagalog here from Jojo. Magandang umaga. Morning, Jojo. Hope you're good there. Hope all is well. Yeah, thanks for being here. When do I start I have started, Mr. Q. I just got back from one. So my bike, got registered on Thursday, and on Saturday I was gone. Went out to Komodos Island. Beautiful, beautiful little island, real close to Cebu City here. Basically, you got to ride north about an hour, and then you get you a 2-hour ferry, and then you're there. And it's just really quiet and mountainous and hilly. And I've got a lot of footage that I'm going to record. The picture from this live is from the cave. I can't remember the name of the cave, but yeah, this cave right there. Beautiful. Yeah, lots of footage coming on that. I did ask about your dental and eye, but you did not answer my question. How do you get eye and dental? Okay, cost. All right. So it's going to be out of pocket, but it's inexpensive. Actually, I think it's around 50 US. Somebody was just talking about that. I am due for dental cleaning because I've been here for 6 months. There's a Apple Dentistry here in Ayala Mall that I've heard great things about. So I'm probably going to go check them out. Probably Jan, though, might, if he hasn't already, he's on here. He might talk about his dental costs, but, I haven't gone yet. And a lot of that stuff is just out of pocket that you would pay, but it's not super expensive, at least from what I've heard. Definitely not compared to what you'd pay in the United States. Yeah, hope that answers it down under. Aloha, Chris. I'll be there in Cebu for vacation in January. Okay, hopefully we meet up. Absolutely, Daniel, look me up. I'm noted. So on the Facebook banner, on my banner page on YouTube, there's a Facebook link and Instagram. I think either one of those. I am getting hit up by a lot of people though, so sometimes I miss or don't reply. So I apologize, but I'm starting to get pretty hit up. But either one of those, the Facebook Messenger on there works just fine. It's Carefree Chris, and then Instagram also. The thing with Instagram, I'm posting a lot of pictures there now too, so it's another way to see stuff there. But either one of those is pretty good. But yeah, love to meet up, man. I met a gentleman, Barry. Maybe that was when I was muted, but I met a gentleman, Barry, Really great guy from Quebec, I believe he was. And so I love meeting up with people who yeah, I just love meeting up with people. What's up, Chris from Jacksonville, Florida? I'll be there in July and can't wait. Nice, man. So I'm going to be in late July. I think I'm going to Dumageddon, but if I'm around, man, I love to meet up. Let me know. Chris, wife is in a wheelchair. Okay. How do I get in touch with you? Wife is in a wheel. Yeah. So I just talked about that. Ted, if you want to get a hold of me, you've like the messenger, it works well. So yeah. And you can find that on my banner page. It'll take you out to the Carefree Chris Facebook group that I created, or Facebook business page, I guess it is. I'm still developing that, right? Again, 4 months. I got 2 more months to play the rookie card, but I'm still developing that. 106 in Houston today, Jeff. Yep, I do, man. 106 and humid. There you go, right? There you go. Hotter in the United States than here. Yeah, 83 here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, good stuff, Jeff. Thanks for being here, brother. Philip, have you been hanging out with YouTubers in Cebu lately? So I have met several. I actually just ran into Chad Foster before he flew out. So great guy. I was a fan of his content a lot. Now, he's back in, I think, Canada and then the United States, but he's coming back here soon. So so I did meet him. I met, Rowena from It's Wang. I met her. So she did a big meet and greet. So I met a bunch of folks that time. I met John from, what's his channel? I can't remember his name, but he and I are going to connect here soon, hopefully. And then, yeah, I met Sharon Lapu Lapu. I met a couple folks recently. Not as many as I've been trying to. I've been trying to reach out to a couple of other Filipino vloggers that I can't get a hold of them. Yeah, there's one over in Toledo. I was trying to get Karen Multitasking, I believe her name was, because I want to get out in Toledo and do some stuff. But there are some girls I met up in, where are they at? Davao City, just north of me. We're going to be doing some stuff, but it's just really trying to find the time. Yeah, 91, 60%, Chuck. Absolutely. Very similar weather. Now we do get a rainy season here, right? And it's going to be the Burr months, and it'll be interesting. I haven't been here then yet. So, but my understanding is it's not too bad. And obviously if there's a typhoon coming through, that changes the situation. But Christopher, cool, man. Thanks. I'm in a manual wheelchair. Okay. And jump down curbs. I have a power chair too, but prefer the push chair. I hear you. Yeah. Look me up, and I can get you hooked up with my broker. Remind me though, dude, that you're reaching out to get hooked up with a broker. Like I said, I'm getting a little swamped, but I love to help people out however I can. And yeah, so because you're in a little bit different situation. So like most people, what I would suggest to do is, get an Airbnb and then just check out the neighborhood, right? But your situation's a little different where it's going to be a little bit harder for you. I'm going to just get some mints here. But yeah, hook me up. I'll see if I can hook you up with my broker. And then you can maybe see. All right, where are we at? Matthew did 7 islands last trip, December 22nd. And for previous, moving to Cebu December 30th. Okay. If you travel like me, 35-minute flight to anywhere, ferries. Yep, I like city women, restaurants, wine. Yeah, man. No, and that's Cebu City. I'm telling you guys, Cebu City is. I've met a lot of guys who started in Manila and came by and come here. So, and the gentleman I met from Quebec, Barry, he spent some time here, so he cased it out, and then now he's going to Davao City in Mindanao, because those are his 2 options, and those are my 2 options as well. I think Davao City is a great option. It's one of the securest cities in Southeast Asia. A couple of things about Davao City, though, that were there for me is, one, it's big, right? It's really spread out, so you definitely need transportation for Davao City. Yeah, I just got your message, Ted. So the city's spread out, but it's really safe. What was the other disadvantage? Oh yeah, you're way at the south of Cebu, or you're way at the south of the Philippines. So taking a ferry anywhere really is an option. And I get for most people that wouldn't be a deal, but for me wanting to take my motorcycle to places, it kind of was an impact or a factor. So, but yeah, man, yeah. Yep, 30. The Cebu's great place, man. Great place. Yeah. Was going to kit up and get out of touring bicycle and burn some energy, but then I saw the notification in your live stream. Yeah, sorry, man. We'll go riding. Well, it might be late where you're at, but yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, man. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Yeah, really cool. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. 8:48. I'm a little bit behind coming. It's not too bad. Yeah, Chris, why are you racing being semi-retarded or semi-retarded? Talk about a Floridian slip, right? Being from Florida. Anyways, why semi-retired? It's starting to sound like YouTube is a job. It is. It's a big job. It's a lot of work, but you know, where I'm at with my finances is I could use a couple of bucks. So if I stay here in Cebu and don't travel around and keep an eye on my budget, like probably most folks here are going to be doing, I'm good. But if I want to travel around a bunch of little islands like every month or so, I could use that money from YouTube to to kind of pay for that cost. So it is a little bit of a job. It is something that would keep me really going here strongly, though. So it's a lot of work, but it's also fun for me, right? Like I enjoy this. This is right up my alley with my hobbies, my interests, and things like that. So yeah, it is a job, but it's also it's fun. Definitely Andy Griffith fan, right? Hey, and there's nothing wrong with Jerry Springer. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not, but yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's fun. Thanks for being here. Oh, so funny. It was pretty darn hot in Melbourne, Florida. Yeah, it's warm, man. Southeast United States coming into some hot weather. Have you watched any movies yet in your area? I have not been to the movie theater here, but there is one right at the top floor of Ayala Mall. It's supposed to be really nice. My own Buntag, Chris. The weather now coming home in 3 weeks. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look me up. I remember you guys. Yeah, absolutely. Look me up. I've got a trip late July that I'm going to be doing in Duma, but I don't know. There's a lot just kind of last minute getting planned. I'm winging it quite a bit in life right now, which is whatever. It's fun. Sir Dave, you can take a ferry to Leyte and then ride to Manila. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for that, man. That sounds like a good trip. I just have to be careful because my CC on my scooters or motorcycle is 350 cc, and I think you have to have over 500. So, but thanks for that. That's good stuff. Hey Chris, I'm new to your channel. Cebu is a potential for me. I spent a month in Duma in March. A little too small. Okay. What size and price for a decent apartment do you think? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So the size of Cebu, if you're is 3 million people, so it's a big city, and you can get apartments I think from anywhere from 15,000 pesos to probably 25,000 would be kind of the average for a studio, and a one bedroom would probably be so. The thing I've heard is a like 1,000 pesos per square meter. So like my place I think is around 22 square meters, so it should be around 22,000 pesos. So let's pull up if you're not, I pretty much think in pesos now. 22,000 pesos. So that's 390, almost 400 US. And there are a ton of places here, a ton. You don't have any shortage here. And they're building condos left and right, massive, lots of options here. That's another advantage of Cebu City. You don't have the shortages like you would in other areas, like you're talking about Iloilo and Dumaguete. What kind of cost to fly from island to island? Yeah, I think most flights are less than 100 US. Yep, really, really inexpensive. Now, some of the tourist areas, Charlie, are going to be like if you went out to Palawan, probably a little more. But like if I want to go to CDO and hang out, $60 I thought when I looked. Yeah, Chicago Juneteenth weekend weather or 75. Oh yeah, man. That's why I'm here. One of the reasons, one of the many reasons, but a big part of it. Sorry, Rory. You know what's so cool about that too is being here. I have no clue. I have no idea that that's going on. I love it. I love it. And I'm sorry to hear that. It hurts my heart. It really does. And that's one of the things about me. I kind of that stuff impacts me, right? It just gets me in my heart. I can't deal with it. And that's why I wanted to get out. Doug, I was living in Northeast and now have been retired in Colombia for 4 years. Temps here have been in the 70s every day. Love the weather, but too hard to learn Spanish. Yes, I think the cost of living is similar. Yep. Yeah, retired in Colombia for 4 years. You're absolutely right, Doug. And when I was looking at where I wanted to go, like I knew I wanted to get out of the United States and try somewhere else in the world. That whole Central America, South America was originally my initial thought, just because it lines up time zone wise. It's kind of easier for us to get to. So those were my original plans, and then English speaking and a lot of other factors, dating, and that Southeast Asia became my focus, and then Bangkok was the original place, and then I discovered the Philippines, and here I am. Yeah, so I hear you, Doug. I hear you. With IT work, did you ever watch a comedy called The IT Crowd, which is a British comedy? And did you ever get bored by saying, try to help and turn it on again? Yeah. Yeah, that was I haven't seen the show, but I think I know what you're talking about. I think there was a sitcom that was done, or not a sitcom, but whatever. Yeah. Of an IT shop. If there wasn't, there should be one, because that, especially in a law firm, talk about drama. But yeah, turn it off and then finding polite ways to say that, right? Because I worked in the legal industry, and these are highly educated. These are people who spent $500,000 on their education, and I walk up and turn it off and turn it on again, and it works. Kind of upsets them. So I had to be creative and cautious about how I told them to please restart, right? So yeah, it's good times. I actually really loved it. I loved, I really enjoyed that work. If you ever go to Davao, try collabing with Doc. Yeah, I'm a fan of his channel. I haven't seen anything recently of him, but I did watch him a lot before. Great guy, and a lawyer, right? So yeah, yeah, good call. My own Buntag. Yes. So I just got back in town, and the next couple of days are tied up, but let's see if we can coordinate. And my motorcycle is registered, so I have transportation. So let's see about getting up to Danao City to shoot that chicken catching video, because that's going to be hilarious. San Antonio, did you catch David Bond? I saw bits and pieces. Oh, did he? Yeah. I'll have to watch it. I saw the beginning part of it, and I was on there. I commented. I said hi, and hello, because we hooked up. We had dinner, but I don't think he keeps those up. So I didn't miss the part where he was upset with me. But yeah, that's too bad. Well, maybe I'll have to watch it. But it happens. There's so much drama with other vloggers nowadays. I moved here to get away from that kind of stuff, so that's unfortunate. You look like Bruce Willis, by the way. Did you see my video that Bruce Willis tries Jollibee? The city of Naga is just 21 kilometers away from Cebu City, going to the south. See you here. Thanks. Yes. Okay. No, I'll check that out. And I do want to go south. There's a big church there too, I believe, that I want to go see. Yes. Yippee-ki-yay, BJ. Yippee-ki-yay. It's way quicker to drive a motorbike in Cebu than car. Yes, so true. It's really awful if you're driving a car. Also, when you own a car in Cebu, motorbike drivers carelessly scratch your car when they drive by. Yep. Yeah. No, I do think the way to get around is with a motorcycle. It really is. It is. I noticed the pollution when walking down the road there, mainly from motorcycles and jeepneys. I haven't noticed it, BJ. And maybe that's just because where I came from, it was worse. But that isn't something that's really bothered me at all. What software? So I'm using StreamYard to handle my live streams, and they blur out. There's a setting there you can blur out, just because I got, I'm in a small place, and right over there's pictures of my kids and stuff, and there's my bed that's probably not made or crap on it. My kitchen's right here, so I don't have the best of background, so I kind of blur it out. But I'm using StreamYard, so yeah. What's your average monthly spending in pesos? It will help me with my budget. I did a budget video that goes over a lot of my stuff, and I apologize for that video. That video was not well done, dude. I missed some place in the edits, and where I took some spending out and then back in, but in the description kind of goes through a lot of my spending on that. And I was starting to be sick in that video, and then I was out for like 4 days worth being sick. So I apologize for that video. It's just not well done. I'll get better at doing that stuff. But yeah, I'll do a budget video here in a little while too, just to kind of go over. But it's not a complete. That's not like all my spending. Like, I don't include travel on that too. I'm one of those guys that really don't. I've never been a budget guy. But yeah, I do have a video on my budget. Check it out, and you'll see a lot of my what I would call like reoccurring expenses. Right. My RCA camera cost in 1995 is costs higher than the updated small camcorders. Oh wow, that's so interesting. Your RCA, yeah, they were expensive when they first came out, weren't they? Yeah, that's so interesting. Holy mackerel t-shirt is actually happening. Yes, it is. It's coming, man. Good, my buddy Ricky so we had a 2-hour ferry ride. That whole 2 hours, man, he designed a logo. It was oh, he's such a talent, man. A good guy, man. Good guy. Glad you're back on your bike after a year and a half. Me too, brother. Me too. Yeah. And really, just the roads here they're challenging. You got dogs, you got people, you got everyone darting out in front of you, but you hardly get above 30 miles an hour. So, you just do have to ride with your head on a swivel. You got buses coming up all around you. So it is challenging riding. I don't plan on riding in the city that much, but I'm going to be riding a lot, like throughout the Philippines. I love to bring my Road King. Charlie, beautiful machine, right? Absolutely beautiful. And it wouldn't be a good machine for here, just because they're so big and heavy, and you'd be sitting in traffic and you wouldn't be able to lane filter, because you really need a narrow bike to fit in between cars. A scooter, I still believe the Honda ADV 160 is probably the best machine, just because you got built-in storage in your seat. You can put on a top box. And it's small, it's light, it's agile. But I hear you, man. Beautiful bike, though. Yeah. Marine, hey, Chris, good to see you again. I met a Pinay online, and it is a hit and miss, but screen not only online, but prep for the actual face-to-face, and ask hard to ask questions. Yeah, I mean, so I do think online's great, especially if you're here or about to be here. The LDR thing is rough. I think it's rough for the Filipina. So, like, look, there's a lot of stories about guys who are LDR, long distance relationship with a Filipina, who then they just never show up for whatever reason. So you've got this girl that maybe you've been talking with for a couple of years who is waiting for you to get here, and then you never come. And anyways, LDRs can be rough. But yeah, I think online dating before you get here, or when you're here, it's an option. And I know a lot of guys. I ask these guys, well, where did you meet her? Well, I met her online. Where did you meet? I met her online. And what they do is they meet online, and then they meet at like Ayala Mall. That's their meeting space. So yeah. My friend was there in Samar for a month. Okay. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Lots of dental. What's that? Right? Yeah, your paramedical work here is cheap. Yeah, I actually know an Australian who flew over to the Philippines for dental work. At the whole cost of the trip is cheaper. Yeah, there's travel, medical, not as popular probably as Thailand, but it's here, especially probably Cebu and Manila. Yeah. Chris, have you seen anything shocking, culture shock? Not really. There was this one incident where this woman was on the street naked, and a man on the street naked. So that's kind of, you have some public naked stuff sometimes, which was a little bit shocking. But other than that, not really. Yeah, it's really friendly and really safe for us to kind of be around here. But yeah, some of that was kind of shocking. That's been about it. Joe. Yes. Joe. My own Boontog. My own Boontog. Yes. Morning, Joe Gamer. Dude, how's your Diablo coming, man? What level you at? Watching from San Diego. My own Boontog. Hey, Nikki. Good morning. Good evening. It's just gone 2 a.m., but the best rides and night rides. Okay, cool. You ride at night? Wow. That's wild. Yeah. I used to ride my bicycle at night. If that's, yeah, just because I would get off work late sometimes and ride. It was in Boulder. Yeah. Good times. Watching from Virginia, Eleanor. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. What's Juneteenth? It's a holiday. Let's look it up. Just so we get the right definition. What's Juneteenth? A holiday created on June 19th to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. The holiday was first celebrated in Texas. We're on a date of 1865. In aftermath of the Civil War, enslaved people were declared free under the terms of the 1862 Emancipation Proclamation. So yeah, Juneteenth, the rip. Okay, cool. BJ, flying to Port-au-Princess, follow-on is fairly inexpensive. It gets pricey flying to El Nido and probably Coron. Yeah, the disadvantage of flying to Port-au-Princess is you got that 5-hour V-Hire ride that's kind of treacherous. But yeah, that's probably the most expensive flight. Where I'm at, 916, 925, not too bad. Joel, have I drove in the Philippines? Will our U.S. license to drive there? Yes, you can drive for 90 days, I believe, on your U.S. license, and then you want to get a driver's license, which I have not got yet. So that's something I need to do on my list here. Yeah, it's on my list to do. But yes, you can drive here on your U.S. license, I believe, for 90 days, and then you need to get one. And there's a process around that. And some of that I've had delays getting the right paperwork. So, but I will be getting that here soon. Yeah. You can also, so there's actually more about that, Joel. Just go back to this comment so I don't skip over. You want to make sure that your current driver's license is in English. So the gentleman I met from Quebec, his is in French, I believe. So he was having some challenges around that. So make sure you've got an English driver's license as well. Yeah, I would assume you're from the United States. All right, cool. Rory, Jimmy Fallon. Yes, your company's IT guy. Yes, Jimmy Fallon, IT guy. Move. We had a guy, his name was Travis, in our old firm, an IT guy who was just like that. Just like the Jimmy Fallon IT guy. Move. I think these lives are great for picking up nuggets of information. We are in Bohol in September. We just purchased a block of land there. Thanks, Anthony. I really appreciate that. That's really my goal in having these lives, is to really kind of deep dive in some of these topics and stuff. And while I hope to get through all the comments, that might not be the case as things kind of grow, but I really do, because the comment section, you can only go through so much. You really can. And I try to tell people, look, if you got some questions that you want answered, let's talk about them in a live, because more than likely you're not the only one with that question. So I really appreciate that, Anthony. And congratulations on your move to Bohol. I think Bohol it's a great, so we get here in the Philippines, we stay in Cebu for whatever, 6 months, and then we go to Bohol. I really do. I think it's a great spot for us to go. And just absolutely beautiful. Philip, Chris, do you know what you're in terms for ideal Filipino match? Do I know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just still trying to figure that out. It's been interesting that the kind of the age conversation for me, like what's an appropriate age for me to date, as well as, I'd really like for someone who has a college degree. I think that says a lot. about the family and the Filipina, but it's not a complete requirement. I mean, I have some things that I would like, but I'm a really easygoing guy. I would like an easygoing girl, someone who's okay to travel, someone who's okay to be on YouTube, obviously, because that's a big part of who I am today. Maybe someone who's even, skilled in social media, because you guys know I'm not. So, I'm really kind of flexible. I just want someone who's down to earth, who's fun, who's, hopefully educated, and someone who I can communicate with. I like to talk. So, but I'd also like somebody who's athletic, who's into exercise, or, at least has an athletic appearance, because, I like to work out. So yeah, it's hard. I'm figuring out. Yeah, absolutely, BJ. Hey, Chris. Rich from the D. Great to see you having fun. Be there in December. India, Thailand, Cebu. You're not missing anything in the big cities. Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad, man. But I'm also, somebody was talking about, I don't know, there was something going on with Bud Light. I kind of saw bits and pieces of it. Like, what the heck is, I just have no clue what's going on. None. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that my life's about riding around on my motorcycle. Stay away from drama and flow. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Mighty. That's why I'm here. I know the YouTube channel called A Brit in the Philippines is in August. Okay, cool. I used to enjoy Bald and Bankrupt videos, but I haven't watched him since he's been controversial about his takes. Yeah. Foreign driver's license valid. Yep, 90 days upon arrival. When I finally immigrate to the Philippines, I'm thinking of getting a Yamaha T-Max 560. Would you recommend? That might be a little bit big. I don't know that brand. I know the NMAX is really popular, but that T-Max, I think that's nice, man. It's you might have a hard time finding it. Yeah, I think that's really tech. Yeah, it's that really teched out. Yeah, looks beautiful, dude. I think you'd be fine with that. It's big. It's plenty of CC, plenty. And most of the bikes around the 150, 160, the 160 is considered big. So yeah, I think you'd be fine. Really, any scooter. The beautiful thing about the scooter is that built-in storage, and that's really important as you're, traveling around, going grocery store or whatever, or, But you'd want to avoid, I think, riding in the cities. You'd want to make sure too that you're good on a motorcycle, that this isn't your first riding experience, and just be patient around that. Yeah, 2000 US. Yeah, I think I'm actually a little bit more than that, just because I'm traveling more. But yeah, 2000 is a good safe budget, depending on where you're at, of course. That might be hard in some areas, but might be fine in others. Been watching your reviews of the Honda 80 Views 160. Sounds like a great way to get around the Philippines. Jeff, I think it's probably the best machine, and it would be what I have now. I just couldn't find one. They are so hard to find. Honda hasn't spinned up really their full manufacturing since the pandemic, so there's really still that limited supply stuff, and they're just impossible to find, and they're reasonably priced. I think it's 160,000 pesos. I'm just converting that out real quick. 160,000. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, not quite $3,000. It's reasonably priced machine, and you get just so much for it. The other thing, though, see, I'm used to a clutch and a rear brake at my foot, so that was the other part with the scooter. It was just kind of a little bit of struggle for me, but yeah, I think it's a good bike. If there would have been one available, I would have got it. Have I been to Thailand and Vietnam? I have not. I would imagine at some point I will be at both, just to kind of check it out, especially Bangkok. I would love to go to Bangkok. I'd love to go to Chiang Mai. But yeah, no, I see going to both. So it happens in 90 days in the United States. It's very hard, possible to get it. Every state. It's really easy to get it. Not easy, but you just get a driver's license, Joel. You need to get a medical. You need to get a physical, which you can get. It's really simple. It's really just an eye test. And then they just kind of check stuff like that. It's really easy. And then I need a letter of residency from my condo, and that's it. Then it's just kind of going through the paperwork, and time, but it's not bad, Joel. It's not bad. I'll do a video on it for sure because I'm getting ready to do it myself. Hey, my own Bunto. Good evening. Good morning. Yep. Yep. Leveling 67 and struggling. Dude, I haven't been able to play. I'm still like at 18 or whatever. I've been slammed. Oh, too fun. Yesterday, some naked crazy guy jumped on my truck for a ride. I honked the horn and he got off my car, right? So you have a little bit of that here in the Philippines. Yes, I agree. Too bad some naked crazy girl wouldn't jump on my motorcycle. I mean, I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, my cousin from Cebu got his license here in Leyte because it's much easier and faster. Yes. And that is something. You're absolutely right, Joe. That is something that people talk about is, if you have a struggle or a problem with your LTO office, land transportation office, just go to a different one. And that applies, I think, to a lot of things, like a bank. If you're trying to get in with a bank somewhere, which I think might take 6 months, driver's license and a bunch of other, just go to another branch. You're going to find that inconsistencies, in a lot of offices and industries here. So just go somewhere else if you're having some problems. Chris, there's a thunderstorm here in Miami. Lights went off briefly. Yeah. I think we're supposed to get some storms here today. Another YouTuber in BGC bought a KTM 790 Duke and he loves it. If you get to BGC, he loves to ride with others. Yeah. So I had a 790 Duke in the United States. It's like a Ferrari on a go-kart track, though. It's way too much machine for the Philippines. And maybe that's different in Manila because I think you have interstates, but that's probably the only place you could ride that bike in the entire Philippines. I mean, most of the roads here, you're riding below 30 miles an hour. Like that entire trip that I did, there was maybe like seconds where I got to 40 miles an hour. And on that Duke, that's still like first gear. So the speeds are really slow for the most part. I know there's pockets where you get up there like Manila area and interstates and stuff, but my entire trip was no interstate at all. And like I said, most of my speeds were in the 20 mile an hour range. So that's just way too much bike for here. You couldn't get it up to speed. I had that beautiful machine. Loved it. Ahoy there, Bruce. Yes. I'll be going there to challenge you for a 200-meter run. Yeah, man. Yeah, I actually need to get out to run. I didn't bring my running stuff with me. I should have. I'm going to run today. Yep. You coming, John? Let's go for a run. Joe, you're better at social media than you think. 90% of personality, and you have a good one. Thanks, Joe. I really appreciate that, man. I'm just learning the nuances, right? Getting through, I don't use TikTok. I don't use Instagram that well. Just kind of getting through the nuances of that. And I'm learning. I'm learning. But it's just fun. I'm just having fun with it. Jojo here is not Jojo. Joe's gonna teach me how to use TikTok. So get ready for that. Expect Lars and PH, especially the Duma guys. Yeah, magnets for drama, creating issues where there is none. Yeah. And I think Gamer, I think you're right on that. But that's why I left. I just didn't want any piece of that. That's why I left the United States. But it's not just the Duma guys. There's guys all over that are drama kings, right? Art, greetings from. Ooh, where are you from? Suspenseful. I assume, yes, you're laughing at my naked woman jumping on my scooter. That would be pretty scary, right? Naked man jump on your car. Yeah, that'd be trippy. I agree. And that that's been a couple times where I've seen shocks. Is that kind of because you don't have the social services like we do in the United States, where some people who are mentally challenged have a place. So, but yeah, there really hasn't been much or any culture shock for me. It's been, if anything, I just feel like I feel relieved in a lot of ways. It's relaxed here. People are friendly. It's kind of like, how the United States was in the late 90s. You know, just a happy, healthy vibe. Yeah. Hey, Chris, finally caught your live feeds. Yes. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Good times. Greetings from Ontario, Art. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Art. Appreciate it. Chuck, so are you going to do TikTok dances? I don't know. I got to. Joe, what are you teaching me there? What are you going to be teaching me? What kind of TikTok stuff am I? So there's that ting, 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 ting. My buddy Jan was also telling me I need to learn some TikTok. I need to learn that ting, ting, things thing. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be trying to do some TikTok. You should do Meloden north of Cebu. Run over your bike. Northern Cebu is nice to explore on a motorbike. Yeah, Gene, you're right, and I plan on doing that. I do. I'm going to get up to. I want to go back up to Bantayan, so that's north. And what I'll probably do is take the Trans Central Highway over to Balamban and then ride that coast. Because I have done kind of both those coasts, but in a taxi. So those are rides though I definitely plan on doing. And you're right, it's beautiful. Yeah. Yep, beautiful. But not as mountainous. That was one of the things that I was talking to my buddy Ricky about, was Komodos Island and how hilly and mountainous it is, which on the bike, that was just beautiful. You'd get in these real densely wooded areas, and then you just kind of, there'd also be really hilly. Man, beautiful riding. Naked guy on your bike would certainly raise the view count. Yeah. Yeah, no thanks though. No naked guy on my bike. No, yeah, no deal there. Yeah. Can you drive ATVs everywhere? You can't, Rico, and I wish you could, because that would have been something I would have liked to done too. Like, you know how we have those in the United States, we got those quad, whatever you call. Yeah, you can't plate them. So they do have them, but they're not allowed on the roads, which is unfortunate. It is. TikTok could blow up your channel. You know, it'll bring a younger audience for sure, which whatever. I mean, I just think it'll be fun. And then I think that's kind of one of the things too, is how to, you know, how do you drive people to the channel? How do you bring people in? And you know, Instagram, TikTok, all those other ways are good ways to do that. But I don't know, man. I'm really just having fun with it. I like how this is. I mean, look, I'm caught up in the comments, right? I'm caught up on the comments on this live. I'm caught up on the comments on my channel. I'm able to interact with you. I'm able to help this gentleman who's in a wheelchair and wants to find a place. I'm able to do that stuff, and that won't always be the case when things starts to grow. You know, it just won't. And so while I want the channel to grow a little bit, I'm also like a little bit concerned that I'm gonna lose the ability to really connect with people, which is really why I'm doing this. One of the reasons, right? I want to make friends. I want to make connections. I want to help people come here, or you know, if they're interested. If they're not interested, I want to show people what it's like to live here. But I'm, you know, yeah. So I'm really liking kind of the where it's at now. But I mean, a little bit of growth would be good. A little, you know. But once you get to, I think, that Filipina P size, or, you know, Old Dog, even, where you just getting, you know, they'll have 300-400 guys on their 300-400 people on the lives, comments just racing through it. At that point, it's, you know, it's hard to, I think, do this kind of stuff, you know, which, you know, I like. It's more my speed. We'll see. That's what I'm really bothered and confused about Western behavior. I just chill and enjoy. Yeah. No, you're right, gamer. I hear you, man. I love it. You know, I was really moved. The day before, when I was just riding just through this Philippines, just beautiful scenic area. Just, man, one, to be back on a motorcycle again, but two, to be where I'm at. You know, it's one of those moments in your life where you're like, this is the best moment of my life. You know, just wow, really, really kind of cool. So yeah, man. And then, yeah, exactly, right? Like, why would you want to bring all that drama to it? Just enjoy this beautiful moment that you have going on. So cool, brother. and create some YouTube shorts too, like TikTok formats. Yeah, I've done a little bit of a couple shorts. I did that one Memorial Day or the Filipino Independence Day short where I had all those. That was so cute. They're all just I don't know, I think it was a family or a get together or what. It was like maybe 12 or so Filipino women. They all wanted a picture with me. It was just adorable. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah, so much to learn here. And then there's strategies around YouTube Shorts where maybe you don't want to create shorts because then people don't watch it, because then the people who are drawn to the shorts don't watch your longer form content. So I guess the same thing would apply to TikTok as well. Yeah, there's so much, man. What is my height? I'm 5'10", like almost like I'm 5'9 3/4. So whatever. I'm 5'10", and I think I weigh maybe 212, 215. I haven't weighed myself in a while. So yeah. So I'm stockier. Raymond, try the Chocolate Hills of Bohol. Yep, one of Earth's Wonders. Bohol is just a ferry ride away from Cebu. Yeah, man. My YouTube banner page is the Chocolate Hills. So I was there in August, loved it. I'm gonna go back to Bohol. I do think Bohol is, for people here in Cebu, it's like you're pointing to, it's really easy to get to, and it's a big island. There's a lot to see and do. There's a really tourist resort area, which I think is fun too if you're living there, but then you can get away from that, which I think is also important if you want to live there, just kind of save some money. But yeah, I think Bohol is a great option as well. I don't know about starting there, but I do think it could be a place where for a lot of people go to. Check out the cafe in Turbaron and on the way up to Bantayan. Best coffee in Cebu. You know, it's interesting you bring up the coffee part, Taco Nomad, is because coffee is huge. My buddy John's really exposing me to some of these premier coffee shops, and I've had some of the best coffee I've ever had. Really great. They roast right there on site, and for anyone who is a kind of coffee connoisseur, so I used to roast coffee. I worked at a roaster in my early 20s. You know, they roasted for a local chain of restaurants. I think also some correctional facilities they roasted for. But, you know, if you have freshly roasted coffee, there is nothing like it. Nothing like it. It's so good. Completely different than what you would find in any, in any store or even, Starbucks or local coffee shops, unless they're roasting their own. It makes such a difference. But there really is a big coffee presence here in Cebu that I'm discovering, and it's so good. Man, I had some just amazing coffee the other day. Just a reminder to disinfect the seat if you get a random naked guy. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be a nightmare. Yes, Joe. All right. So what are you going to be teaching me? What kind of TikTok dances am I going to be doing? The ting, 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 ting? Oh, too funny. So you guys will be seeing some stuff from Joe. We'll have her on the channel. Good friend. Yeah, I'm excited to do some stuff, shoot some videos with her. It'll be fun. BJ, gotta run, man. Yeah, take care, brother. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hello from Orlando. Yes. Yeah, I like Orlando. I spent time in Tampa, and then, of course, over in Disney. So a lot going on there. Yeah, hot and humid here as usual. Yeah, I think the weather there is hotter than it is here. I really do. Yeah, the weather hasn't been really a factor for me. You're doing fairly good with 77 people in your chat. As young as your channel is, keep on track, brother. Yeah, Philip. Things are going well. They really are. I'm really pleased with how this is going, and yeah, and it's been fun. I'm liking it. I really am. I'm enjoying it and having a good time with it. And I do see things are going to really grow over the next 6 months. The channel's new, 4 months today. 6 months from now, in the peak YouTube season, it's going to be a different story. So yeah, thank you. Insta360 action cam is the best for motor vloggers. I agree. Yep, Raymond. Yeah, and it was part of my intention when I bought it. I've got a motorcycle kit. Really excited. I'm going through some of the footage right now before the live. Looks pretty good. I'm excited about this last stuff that I shot that I haven't even got to yet. because I've got the camera mounted up from my bike coming behind me. I think it's going to be really cool views. So yeah, no, it's been good. Raining now here. Yeah, I had my blinds closed. I can't see what's going on outside, but I think it's supposed to be thunderstorm here today as well. You must be feeling like a giant over there. Yeah, I'm definitely a bigger guy, but there's some big people too. There's a lot of Korean tourists, and the Koreans they're big. The girls are as tall as me, the Korean girls. But yeah, no, I feel, but the other part too is I'm thick, so there are some taller guys here, but they're really thin, right? So I'm kind of like I'm really stocky in comparison to Filipinos, not Americans. Yeah, Filipino women in pink shorts in a real. They were teachers from another province. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah, they're really sweet. Oh my gosh, those ladies were so adorable. They're really adorable. It's so funny that he can pick up on all that. He's a Filipino, and he sees the shirt. He can hear him speaking. Yeah, it's so fun. Thanks for being here, brother. Well, I'm looking forward to lunch, man. Yeah, good times. Good night, Chris. Enjoy the live tonight. Yeah, take care, Ted. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm 5'5.5", but just rounded up to 6. Yeah, 5'5", but just rounded up to 6 feet. Yeah, I just say 5'10". I'm like almost 5'10", like 5'9", in like a millimeter or centimeter short. Yeah, it's so funny. Right on. I'm sorry, but turban coffee. I've had turban coffee. It's nice, but it's not the best on the island. Yeah, dude, that place you took me to though, that was really, really good. One of the best cups I've had, and even that golden cup that we went to after. Maybe that was just the particular roast that I had. I really like that first one, man. Just really. So I like a lighter roast of coffee. I don't like dark roast. I think anyone could roast the crap out of a coffee bean. But to make a light roast coffee taste good, man, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing with the bean, like the blend, and you also have to know what you're doing with the roast. So I really appreciate a light roast coffee, and that one that I had over at that place, dude, the best cup of coffee I've ever had. No doubt. Well, yeah, I'd say that. Really good. And I'm looking forward to trying other places, brother. Show me. I like to ride my bicycle, which is why I'm being in Cebu is hard, all the traffic. Sir Dave, you're absolutely right. I would not recommend riding in Cebu. Now, however, there's a lot of guys who ride up the Trans Central Highway, which is also dangerous. But what you could do, I would believe, Dave, is you could get hooked up with a community of riders and then just ride with them. And they can show you the tips and tricks on how to ride. But the riding is really popular. I also think Bohol is a really great riding shop or a destination because you also have the really hilly stuff. You got some mountainous stuff, and you have roads that are less traveled, so you don't have the traffic. But you're right, brother. Cebu might be a little challenging, but I think it's still doable if you get hooked up with a community of riders. So, hey, Chris, do you like the hot weather there? Weather's non-factor. It's not for me. Now, in coming from Colorado, where it's dry, and I've been here just over 6 months now, so I haven't gone into the rainy season. But so far, the weather's been a non-factor. It's really not bad at all, brother. Yeah. Gamer, kudos for starting. If you want to win in the Philippines election, I mean, if you want to start TikTok with a Filipino audience, yeah. It'll be Budo. Yeah, I'll have to. I've got a lot of friends who are teaching me. Yes, JoJo's are talking. 6'2". Okay, I gotcha. All right. Yeah, you're gonna be pretty big, dude. You're gonna be massive here. I mean, there's some tall people, but generally, I think what the average height of a guy is like 5'6", 5'7". The average height of a girl is whatever 5'2" or 3". I think right around there. Jan probably knows. So it is, shorter, but there are tall Filipinos, but there's also really short Filipino girls, like below 5 feet. So Chuck, in your dating, you'd want to, Hopefully you're not into tall. Hopefully you're not into, tall women, because there's not a lot of them here. Joe's tall. She's almost 6 feet. No, I think she's like, how tall are you? You like 5'6" or 5'7"? She's tall for a Filipino. I don't think I'm a follower of what song that is, but since you seem to be up on that, we got to do it solo. My first entry in TikTok. Yeah. So, all right, John's already told me that that's the song I need to do. So I'll practice that dance. We actually saw there was a rehearsal for Independence Day. There, what was that? June 12th is our Independence Day here in the Philippines, as you know. And they were doing a rehearsal for a parade, and they were doing that ding, 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 ding dance. So I've already been told that that's something I need to learn. I lived in Korea for almost 6 years. For sure, I felt small at 6 foot. Yep. But many of what you think are Koreans are actually Chinese. Interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, maybe I have a hard time distinguishing Koreans from Chinese. Yeah. Yeah. Could be. Yeah, good point. Yeah. My nickname is Little Buddha. Someone asked me why, and the nickname of Little Buddha. I told them it's because I'm short, I'm round, is on the ground. Oh, dude, you're gonna be just fine here. You're gonna be just fine. And that's the cool thing too, I think, about the Filipinos is most of them are more into who we are as a person than what we look like. That's why kind of the age gap isn't a big deal. That's what you look like, your weight and all that stuff is not a big deal. They're really into who are you as a person, and they're really interested in older, more mature men like us. So us Western men really do well here, regardless of what we look like. And I'm sure there's exceptions and stuff like that, but yeah, it's good. Have I ever roasted coffee, Chris? Yeah. So I worked for a small roaster down in Florida. I haven't roasted since, but yeah, I used to roast a lot of coffee, and roasted all different kinds of, espresso blends, medium roast, light roast, dark roasts. Yeah, I roasted for a year. Well, maybe a couple of years down in Florida. One of my jobs that I did in my early 20s. Yeah, I would say I was right around when my son was born, so 94, 95. Sunshine. Yep, sea and sky makes me relax. What makes you Action Manny? Same. Just laying there. So we stayed in this resort, was right on the water, and we just every morning just go down. It was high tide, just sit in the water, lay in the water. It's salt water, so I'm more buoyant. And you just lay out and relax. Look at the sky, just beautiful. Oh, beautiful! I love it. And living in Colorado, where it was mountainous, was still beautiful. But I really struggled in the winters. I really struggled in Colorado in the wintertime. I didn't ski, and it just wasn't something I was interested in. Mainly too out of convenience and cost. But here, man, I love the water. It really calls. It calls to me. I love it. What's the craziest thing you've seen in the Philippines yet? Naked people on the street has been probably the craziest thing. Um, but not for the most part, dude. It's pretty chill. Everyone's pretty relaxed. I've seen a lot crazier stuff in the United States. I want my debut on your channel to be us dancing. Oh man, what a great time, dude! This guy is incredible. Yeah, brother, absolutely, brother. Can be a real, yeah. Oh my gosh, so funny, John. Hello from Taiwan. Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, how beautiful. I've never been to Taiwan. I mean, flew through Taipei, but yeah, I would love to check out. There's a whole bunch here in this part of the world that I've never seen that I want to now explore. Now that I'm here, it's really accessible. Volcanoes burping on you. Are there volcanoes around me? I I know there's one in Manila that I think is kind of a little bit active. Good day, Chris. My cousin kids play. Yeah, PBA. He is 6'5". Yep. Yeah, there's some big Filipinos here. For the most part, though, they're pretty short, but I've seen him. The one of the security guards. The dude's massive. He's like, whatever, 6'4", 6'5". One of the guys that in the mall that works in the restaurant, same thing. He's a big kid. Yep. I think the average height though is around 5'7" or so for men, and whatever 5 so for women. Anyang hang ha sayolo. Yes, they're nice. The peanut, yeah. No, I think it's really, it matches up well. Yeah. Any plans to meet up with Gio and do a live stream? I would love to meet Gio. I would love to, right? I mean, that guy was he helped me out tremendously. Like someone was talking about earlier, how the lives are really beneficial for them just because of the information. Same thing for me with Gio. I like his, I'm a fan. Gio and Enrique, both of those guys. Here's what I see going on. There are so many vloggers right now that everyone is stepping up their game. I think Gio stepped up his game. You can see his thumbnails. I think he's back on track to where he was prior relationship. So I think he's putting out really good content. I think Enrique is putting out some good content too as well. As far as just information. I mean, if you're coming here and living here, the facts that these guys are putting out. Enrique did a great video on, what was that called? The white paper marriage or something along that, around relationships. But yeah, dude, I'm a fan of that kind of stuff. Also too, they don't get into the drama, right? They stay away from that. So I like that about their channels as well. And they just give you information. So I really connect, and I'm still a fan of both of those guys. Yeah. But I also know with Gio and those guys, they don't really do, they do their own thing, which it's fine. Honestly, the collab stuff is overrated in a way too. For the most part, I want it to be organic. Like, that walking video I did with It's Wang, Roanna. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. I don't want to, if we're going to collaborate on a video, I don't want it to be, I want it to be original, right? I'm good with 3 peso instant coffee packets. Yes, Tom, I might be going that direction. There's a no brand store here that sells that, and I've tried 2 of them already. I like it. So that was my plan once I finish my tea, is go to the instant packets. Plus, I feel like I can travel with those. I can just throw whatever 4 or 5 in my pack, and I'm good. Yeah, I'm with you, Tom. What's in the name? I missed it. I'm not tracking, brother. Let me know. I have roasted here in Lapu-Lapu, shipped. You have a roaster here in Lapu-Lapu, shipped it from. Gene, we need to connect, dude. We're neighbors. Yeah. Reach out. Yeah. You roast here in Lapu-Lapu and you ship it in from unit. Yeah. Although good beans, right? Yeah. Yeah. Good beans come from all over. I was asking Jan if they grow coffee here. He said, yeah, they don't really do a lot of coffee. Yeah. Average height, the Filipina is 4'10". Wow. Yeah, that's short, right? I like shorter girls though, so I don't mind. I'm more into personality and character. I do like this thinner, smaller, kind of that type of body style. But for me, more important is just, do we connect? Can we communicate? Do we get along? Yeah. I don't mind height. Yeah, I do prefer. Yeah. Hello, Chris just got in. Better late than never. Happy to see you live. I have no question, just wishing you well. Hey, how are you? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, make sure you watch the first 4 minutes. I mean, it was awesome, man. There was no audio the first 5 minutes. I was sitting there talking on mute. So yeah, make sure you watch that. I got to figure out how to see if I could edit that out. I don't want to be tall. I'm good with my 5'4" height. Yeah, but you're kind of tall you're a little bit taller than normal. You're not super tall, but yeah, a little bit taller than normal. It's funny. Chris, why you choose Cebu and not Thailand or Bali, Indonesia, as preferred by other Westerners? Yeah, Kenneth. So Cebu for me, like I was talking a little bit earlier, was not my original pick. I started looking in Central and South America, Panama, or not Panama City, but Panama, you know, Medellin, Bogota, Mexico, even. So those were all the regions I started looking at there. And one of the things that stopped me from going to those regions is English speaking. And then I started discovering Southeast Asia. So, and then when I started looking at Southeast Asia, there's a lot of information on Thailand and how great of a city Bangkok is. So Bangkok was in my focus. And then as I started focusing on this region, Vietnam and Cambodia all came up. But then I heard about the Philippines. And once I started digging into the Philippines, it was just like, yeah, no question. English speaking, friendly people. You know, Thailand, it's not English speaking. And people are friendly, but you're always a farang. Here, you're respected and admired. You know, there's still a lot of what World War II friendliness towards the United States. They like Americans. So, in Bangkok and Thailand, they like your wallet. Generally speaking, right? That's not everybody, and I think you can find exceptions to that. But you know, so that's why I chose Philippines. And then when I looked at Cebu, when I started looking at the Philippines, there was Manila, which was there. There was Cebu, which was there, and there was Davao City. Those three cities were the places that I was kind of looking at. And Manila to me was just too big. It was too packed. It wasn't. I felt like I was still in the United States in a ways, just from the research that I did. Then I started looking at Davao City, and Davao City was big there. I like how safe and secure it was, but then it was big and expansive. And then traveling around the Philippines is a little bit harder from there. So then Cebu City was really the natural choice for me, and I think it's a good choice for a lot of us that are coming here. So yeah, there are mostly Koreans. Chris, Koreans, the top tourists of Cebu. Yep, I think top tourist of the Philippines is Koreans is number one. And then also too, because a lot of people talk about Mactan, that Mactan Island and Mactan Nutan. That's a lot of them are in that Mactan area, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's a factor to think about when you're picking areas of Cebu. Is that area is highly Korean, so you have a lot of Korean restaurants, which is great. Korean food's awesome. I love it. But that's something to think about when you're picking places to be. You are making things more expensive. Yeah, it's true, man. Sorry. I'm helping people come here. You're right. I hear you. Yeah, telling all the secrets. I hear you, man. I hear you. Valencia. Yeah, I think Valencia is all right in Dumaguete. It's a little bit up in elevation. A lot of folks that start in Duma work their way up to Valencia because the weather's a little bit cooler and you have close proximity. The problem with Valencia, two things that I see, as well as that whole region, is you've got power issues and it's hard to find a place to live. Old Dog talks all the time about trying to find residents there. So, yeah. What a great five do you miss your family? Do you have grandchildren? Yeah, I do miss my family. I miss my daughter. I miss my son. But a lot of those relationships, and that was one of the factors when I came here, is, and a lot of this was the pandemic. I looked at my relationships and they were all digital. My relationships with my brothers, my sisters, my folks, it's all digital. We talked electronically, and I saw my daughter, maybe an hour a week. So, and outside of that, it was all digital. My relationship with my son was digital, meaning, we communicated online, and I could do that from anywhere in the world. So I do miss those interactions that I was having, but for the most part, it's a pretty easy transition. I don't have any grandchildren. My son's 28 and my daughter is 16. So no grandchildren. And honestly, with those guys, it's part of the plan to have them out here. My son's working on getting his passport, but he's also in a new relationship and they just moved in to a place together. So I'm really happy to hear that he's thriving. My daughter is, finishing up high school, but she's looking to go into nursing, and there's really good nursing schools here that I'm trying to open her up to kind of look at. So that's kind of the family dynamic and moving here. But yeah, with pretty much all digital relationships, it was fairly easy to maintain that stuff here. Philip, is there anything about the Philippines that you were totally surprised about and having grown to love? I can't think of anything that I was surprised about. Um, just by watching YouTube and stuff like that and doing the scouting trip. You know what I was surprised about most, Philip, is how it's cleaner than what I expected. A lot of, like we were talking about, a lot of attention on the traffic, the air pollution, the pollution in general. Like a lot of the videos that you like people will put out too, or the kind of maybe the slum areas, just because they get a lot of views. So you have this picture of maybe that type of thing. It's really clean. Even here in Cebu City, I find that it's really, there's a lot of pride. You'll see a lot of Filipinos cleaning up. Even in the provinces, when I was out in Balamban, that they're, every morning people are sweeping their driveway and stuff like that. So it's very clean. That was a surprise. Uh, Grown to love. I love the mangoes. I really do. I love the fresh fish. Those are things that I really love. I love the friendliness of the people. That was a little bit not a surprise too, but once you experience it, like I feel like, honestly, Philip, I can go anywhere in this country and not have to worry within section of Mindanao, right? And it's not even all Mindanao, the western parts of Mindanao, but I can go anywhere in this country. I can hop on my motorcycle and just ride all over this country and be safe. You can't say that in the United States even, right? So that's a surprise, but something I've actually really loved. Yeah, yeah, good question, Philip. Thanks, man. Yeah, there is a delay. Is there a delay? Going to look up Ting Ting Ting. Yeah, dude. So I have to apologize now because you probably have already seen it. That song is going to be stuck in your head for the rest of your life. Do you miss my family? When will your son come visit? Yeah, I talked about that a little bit, Patty. I do miss my family. You know, I miss my kids. My son and I, so he's 28. He's doing his thing in he's doing this thing in Colorado, so he's good. And I want him to come out. I really do. I think the Philippines is good for him. He's partially disabled from serving our country. He was in the army, and so he's struggling a little bit. He has struggle getting work. So he's working on things to potentially get fully disabled. And I think once that happens, I think the Philippines is a great place for him to be because he's not going to have a lot of money. He doesn't have a lot of money now, and it would be great for him. He could have a great life here on that disability. Um, so I do miss my son. I miss my daughter. My daughter and I were really close. She's still young, and we had a close relationship. But since the divorce, it's not like it was when we were living together. So I miss my daughter. That's hard. We do FaceTime and chat and stuff like that. The rest of my relationships were all electronic, so I'm able to maintain those. But yeah, yeah. And then my friends, same thing with my friends. I had really good, buddy Eugene that I worked with, and we rode together. Just a great friend. I miss guys like that I was with a lot, and my buddy Joe, and people I worked with. Yeah, I miss those guys, but yeah, no, it's going well, and I'm making new friends here. Making a lot of new friends here, so it's been great. I'm 5'7" and working on getting fatter. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. 5'4" is tall for a Filipino, Joe. Yeah, absolutely it is. She is. She's tall. She's tall and slender. You guys will be seeing her. She's around. We're good friends. We're good friends. But yeah, you'll be seeing her around. Colorado has over 300 days of sunshine each year. Lived there 5 years. Played competitive softball all over the mountain cities, Vail, Aspen, Steamboat Springs, Breckenridge. That was in the 80s. Yeah, dude, I loved Colorado. I'm glad I lived there for 20 years. And I too played softball. I loved it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I really traveled that state a lot, especially in my latter years when I had a motorcycle and I was riding around. It's gorgeous. It's unbelievable, and I was glad I lived there as long as I did, and I was ready for a change. But I'm with you, man. Like my style. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really, yeah, dude. That's why I came here. That is why I came here to be drama free. So yeah, yeah. Why would I move on the other side of the planet to have more drama? Yeah, yeah. Time to retire. Yeah. Just came back from Manila and stayed at BGC for a few days. I'm a very private person and lived in New York City, so I'm kind of freaked out that the people are too nice to me in Manila. Joel, you're right. It's a shock. You're right. That is one of the things you have to kind of get used to, especially coming from New York. My sister lives in New York, loves the city. She was in Brooklyn. She actually doesn't. She lives out in Detroit area now, but she used to live in New York City, and so I know what you're talking about, Joel. Because one of the stories that I talk about to people is I was visiting her. We're on the subway riding around, and I'm sitting next to this girl, and I start talking to her. And she's, talking back and forth. And my sister looks at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just talking." She goes, "We don't do that here." But you're right, Joel. It's an adjustment to be around friendly people. It really is. It is, man. I also too think that Joel's a good example of Manila and how Manila works for people. I think Manila is a good option if you're from New York. If you're from New York, if you're from LA, if you're from one of these big mega cities, boom, Manila is your choice, right? I really do. Yeah, good stuff, Joel. Man, that's so fun. That's hilarious. I totally get it. I totally get it. Hey, Chris, I want to see you do it so we can see you swing those hips. Oh my gosh, so funny. 2 hours away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're 2 hours away. Okay. Yeah, cool. Lapu killed Magellan. I think so. There is a big thing out there, and maybe I'm not sure. I know he was a big part he was a war hero for sure. Yeah, that video I did is from that space. Yeah, take care, Joe. Yeah, man. Yeah, what's up? What did I miss? Oh man, just kind of wrapping up. We've been going. Yeah, I'll go 15 minutes. I'll go 2 hours. So we'll go 15 minutes. Echo, 15-minute timer. 15 minutes starting now. So yeah, we'll yeah, you missed 4 minutes of silence at the beginning. And just normal live. Normal live. As a professional foreigner. Yeah. Adapted. Yep. Yo, Chris, been considering coming to the Phils for a few years. Would have already been there, except not sure about missing kids and grandkids. I hear you, man. I hear you. Divorce with no anchors. You have a similar decision and thoughts. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's hard. There are parts of it that are hard, and especially, with my daughter, like, so we lived together recently and then divorced and then that kind of dynamic. But you can get them out. They can come to see you and you can come to see them. And with, the FaceTime and all that other stuff, it's possible, but it's not easy. That was a hard part of my first 3 months, honestly, is that. So it'll be there. It'll be there. And it just depends, right? You got to just look at your quality of life, how it is now, and then what would moving to a new country bring to that. Obviously you're going to have, if dating's a factor, you're going to have that as an option for you here. You're going to have a cheaper cost of living. So if you're struggling financially, those are kind of some of the factors that were there for me. This gave me financial freedom. This gave me an opportunity to really explore, kind of do what I want to do in my life, not necessarily, work 60 hours a week. So although I'm working a lot now with YouTube, but I'm also traveling, I'm loving what I'm doing. It's a part of my life, not kind of the other way around, with what my work was in the United States. So you just got to look at it all. And then maybe it works for you to go back to the United States or have some of that family member come out to you, right? And it's a hard trip though. It's not something you could do regularly. It takes you out, it takes you out for a good month, because you got to fly there, you got to adjust. It takes you maybe a week to adjust to the time zone back in the United States. So you got to spend probably 3 weeks or so there, and then you got to come back, and then it's going to take you another week or so to get back on schedule here. So it's not easy, especially as we get older. That's why for me, really, what I like to do is have my family come out here, like my daughter or my son or my sisters, that kind of thing. So yeah, but I plan on coming back. I'll probably come back in the summer next year to speak the English. What's your favorite places in Cebu? Dave, I really like being here in Ayala Mall. I love it. I just go over there. I got my meals there. I got all kind of food there. I got shops. I can walk around. I like the Ayala Mall. It's just kind of fun as far as just adapting. But now that I've got my motorcycle, I'm really able to kind of travel more outside of Cebu City. There's been like John's introduced me to. I went to a really good Mexican place. I went to some good coffee shops. I like running around my neighborhood. Um, so yeah, yeah. And now that, like I said, I got wheels, I can. The world's opening up. Yeah, I'm excited. If you want to go for a motor ride, get a hold of me. I live in North. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, dude. We need to connect. Yeah, shoot me a message. Either on if you go out to my Facebook banner page, you can see my Facebook group there, and then you can send me a message on Messenger. So yeah, I would love to. Really, would love to, especially if if you're roasting coffee and all that. Yeah, we have a lot in common. Are the are the only Christian nation in Asia. Yeah, no, that's another huge factor of why we really kind of mesh really well as far as other Southeast Asian countries and relationships. So absolutely, four bases, four bases going up in the Philippines. Oh, okay, four military bases coming back up doesn't surprise me, right? With the kind of the stuff that's going on globally. Yeah, yeah. No, I've heard of that. I know. What Harris was out here with speaking with the president, so Kamala Harris. So there's stuff going on. Yep, Clark. We have coffee beans growing here in we're in southern at Plantation. When you drank a good cup, okay, yeah. So that is some locally grown coffee. Okay, cool. Hey, good evening from Washington D.C. Yes, good evening. Wow, it's late your time. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, Yang Hong Saya. I'm not sure how to get a hold of you on here. Okay. If you go to my homepage, on YouTube, you're going to see the Chocolate Hills. On the bottom right of that are some links, really Instagram or Facebook, either one of those you can use to get a hold of me. So yeah, that's how you get a hold of me. And then the Facebook page, you can just, once you're on there, you can use Messenger. And it's Messenger for Business. So it comes right to me. Yes, they love Americans. They do, really love Americans here, which is unique from, if you're looking in particular, I don't know, anywhere in the world, who has more respect and admiration for Americans than the Philippines? Anywhere? Definitely not Thailand. Probably not Vietnam, right? To Mexico? Probably not, right? It's really interesting. And they do. They really like us. They really like us here, which is interesting. We have to do our part not to mess that up. Be respectful. There's a saying that you get what you give. You get what you give. So if you're a great, happy, friendly person, that's what you get back. If you're not that, well, that's what you get back. They're not submissive here. They're not pushovers. It is a saving face culture, but you get in trouble here. You can being disrespectful. So anyways, you have a great cam. Yeah, thank you. It's just my laptop, and unfortunately, this doesn't push HD. It can, but I have to. Their normal standard version, which I think is like 250 for the year. It doesn't pull full HD. It's 720, but whatever. I think that's fine for live streams. Yes, this is live. We are live from the Philippines, Cebu City. It is 10:22 in the morning. Yes. I'm thinking of living in Angeles City, and I get the impression the U.S. Army or Air Force Base had a base there. There is a base near there, right? Subic Bay. I think that's the one. So, I mean, Angeles City is all right. I think there are better places to be in the Philippines, but it's not bad. I mean, so it's kind of like Vegas. You can live in Las Vegas and not participate in the crazy and the chaos that exists. And I think it's very similar to Angeles City. So yeah, we all learn from each other. Yeah, Yeah, for sure. Jollibee is Lami Kayo. Actually, I don't mind it. It's all right. I like it. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. From the way things are going, are you most likely to going to extend your stay in the Philippines? Yes. So actually, I just extended my visa. So my visa is now good through December 6th. Um, yeah, my visa is good through December 6th. I did a 6 month extension. So your extension, and this is changing, right? I think it's still up for a vote, so nothing's gone through, but there's some changes to the kind of the first 3 months of how the visas work. But right now, I think you get 28 days on arrival. So when you get here, they stamp your visa 28 days, and then you have to extend it. And that first extension you can do for, I think it's just 1 month or 30 days, and then the second extension you can do, then you can start opening them up. But yeah, you can do 1 month, 2 month. I can't remember, but 6 months is the longest you can go. But yeah, so I've already extended out, and then I can stay here for 3 years on that tourist visa, and then after 3 years, I need to exit the country, and even if it's for 24 hours, I just exit and then come back, and then you can start the 3 years over again. So that's the tourist visa and how it works. But I'll probably go back to Colorado or the United States next summer. So at that point, when I come back in the country, I'll refresh my visa. I'm also looking at maybe going over to Bangkok for their New Year in January. That looked like fun time, and I've actually met quite a few people from Thailand and from Bangkok, so it'd be fun to connect with those guys too. Here in Manila, I don't feel like I stand out as much, which can also be nice. Yeah, Toms, you're right. Here in Cebu City, and especially in the business park and IT park, and then in Manila, you don't stand out as much as a foreigner, which is good and bad. I mean, if you feel if like I feel completely safe, I kind of like that excitement too. It's kind of, so when I was in Balamban, I did that video and I was walking down the street and everyone was staring at me. That was a little bit too much, but I also like the excitement of being a foreigner and them experiencing a foreigner newly, and then me experiencing them. I do like a little bit of that kind of newness of it. It's fun and exciting. But you're right, you don't in Manila and BGC, you don't stand out really much at all, as well as probably the Cebu Business Park as well as IT Park. So be it. Yes, paradise. It is paradise here, man. Truly, truly paradise. I know, right? I put in a 10-second timeout. Oh, too funny. A few more years and you'll be here. All right. Oh, y'all are gonna raise? Yeah, we are. We are raising the prices a little bit. Not too bad. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, the economy is going to be what it is for the locals to really afford it. So, are we really gonna? I mean, you still have to make it affordable for the people who live here. You know. So I don't know. Maybe not. My son is a veteran and 38, and be coming over there soon. I think it's going to be amazing for him, and may have to eventually follow him over. Yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right, Patty. I think you're right. I think it's a great move for them. Yeah. Yep. I do. And I'm excited for my son. I hope he gets over here soon. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, son, for service. Totally. Yeah. Both sons, right? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I do think it would be great for him. Although, I mean, he's doing good right now. I'm happy for him now. He's in a relationship, moved in with the girl. They look like they've got a great place. I did meet her before I came here. Just a sweet kid, so, and, he's struggled a little bit because he's in pain and with his back. So it's hard for him. So, but I'm glad he's doing good. Yeah, yeah, Colorado and Mars. Oh, too funny. Yeah, lack of oxygen. You're at elevation. Yeah, really interesting. Yep, I do. I feel very fortunate and lucky here. Okay. Yeah. When are you looking to come out? Yeah. When you coming? Your organic personality Makes you more handsome. Thank you, Summer. No, I really appreciate that, right? Um, I really do. I thank you so much. The city? What city? Cebu? Manila? Yeah, no, get out in nature instead. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Which you which would you prefer enjoyable, the sea, the forest, or the mountains? I like the water. I really am. But that's what's cool action about this area is you've got the sea, you've got the ocean, and then you've got boom, you've got mountains that are right up there, and these really lush forests. So you have all of that, which I think is really unique. Really unique. Have you considered getting a pet? I would love to get a pet. I would love to get a pet. I'm a huge animal lover. I love cats. I love dogs. I actually had some exotic pets in the United States. I had some tarantulas. I had some snakes. I had a ball python and a boa. So I do. I really love all kinds of animals, and I would love to have a pet. The place where I'm at, though, I can't have pets. But I think maybe once I get settled down, I could see myself living on some land and having a lot of animals, goats and chickens and dogs and, cats and all that stuff. So someday, someday. Bat cave. Yes. Yeah. I saw some bats in my last video. There was some bats. Echo, cancel timer. 15-minute timer. So yeah, I saw some bats in my, yeah, there's some really big bats. Some of the biggest bats in the world live here. I think in Mindanao. Some people were talking about that before. Happy belated Father's Day. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. If it was easy, everyone would doing it. Yeah, if it was, you're right. It's not an easy move coming here. It's definitely an adjustment. Let's see where we're at here. Yep. Dumaguete. Yeah. So I'm gonna be going to Dumaguete in I'm going to be going to Dumaguete in late July. So this motorcycle group that I met up with, they're doing a trip late July over to Dumaguete, and I will be doing that. I'll be doing that then. Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, you can just say Duma or whatever, but I know what you meant. Yeah, I kind of read through it, but yeah, I plan on going there late July. Yeah. Do you cook or do I always eat out? I usually cook breakfast, and that's usually it. All my other meals I kind of eat out. So I'll have like an oatmeal here in the morning, and then I'll eat out for lunch. And if I have a big enough lunch, I don't eat much of a dinner, maybe a snack or something like that. Yeah. Hey, Chris, I should be in Cebu in early August and plan on living in the same condo. I'll buy you a coffee if you have time. Scott, yeah, brother. Yeah, I remember for sure, man. I'm around. I think so. There's someone from Colorado who's looking to come up in August. So I'll let you know too, but I should be around. October, I'm planning on probably being out a lot of October, but I'll be around. Let me know. Would love to meet up. Like I said, I love that part. I met Ricky, a gentleman earlier from Quebec. Great guy. I think he's over in Duma right now, checking that out. So yeah, for sure. Let me know. Yeah. 1023 in Taiwan. Man, I'd love to go out to Taiwan. Love to. Love to. Beautiful. Big city, modern. I love to. Filipinos love McDonald's, NBA, Hollywood movies, American. Yeah, the cultures really line up. NBA is huge here. Massive, massive, massive. So much more bigger than United States as far as like everyone watching it. Like, everyone watches basketball here and plays basketball. And you see basketball courts everywhere, you know? Yes, good morning. My own Boontog. Cebu or Manila if I were to move there? Eric, I think it just depends on, we talked a little bit about that earlier. If you're into big city, like if you came from New York or LA, then yeah, I think Manila would line up for you. Like if you like that big city vibe, but even Cebu is just a little bit smaller, and that's what I liked. And even here, I think it's a little bit bigger city than I want. So I could see myself, branching out a little bit, but I also think Cebu makes that great base if you would just want to travel around. let's say like what I did. I went out and did 4 days in Camotes Island. I came back home, or you want to do some trips in Dumaguete like I'm going to do, or Bacolod City, or whatever. That Cebu is right in the middle of the Philippines, so it really allows you to kind of go around by plane or by boat. So I like Cebu. I really think it is a good place for us to start. You also have these big pockets like Business Park and IT Park that you can be in that give you like that foreigner bubble. So you could be where you can meet a lot of foreigners and stuff like that. But you can also travel half hour in any direction and then be more rural areas where there's not so many foreigners. So personally, I think Cebu is a better place it's definitely a better place for me to start. And I think it's a better place for most of us to start. Yeah. Great question though. You married a Filipina? No, not yet. Someday. Just looking for her. I don't know where she is. Where are you at? Yeah, I'm the kind of guy. I do like relationships. I like committed relationships. I miss that partnership that I had with my wife. Right? I do. I miss that. I miss that friendship. I like being known. I do like that kind of stuff. I'm not a big dater, obviously. If you've watched my content, I think that's pretty obvious. I'm not a big dater. I don't like dating around a bunch of women and that kind of thing. I've never been like that. So I do like that more of a bond or connection that you get with somebody else that you've known for a while, that kind of deal. The idea of a partnership really appeals to me versus dating around a lot. Are you spending your Xmas in the Philippines? Yes, I will be here for Christmas. The Philippines is great for Christmas. They have huge holiday spirit, just massive. So they start decorating in September. When I was here in September last year, all the Christmas lights were starting to come up. The Christmas songs were going on. So depending on how much you like Christmas music, might kind of drive you crazy. But really big holiday spirit here. Christmas is big. Yeah, so I'll be here for Christmas. I retired to go to Jollibee in Square, Central London. And when I got there, it was 2-hour wait. Wow. And I thought, I'll wait until I get to the Philippines. Yeah, 2-hour wait for Jollibee. Yeah, I'd wait. Wait till you get here. Yeah, I wouldn't wait for 2 hours. Christmas starts in October. Yes, it does. It does. It's just massive here. Yeah, absolutely. Chuck, I'm sure would do 6 months. I'm not sure if I would do a 6 months extension. What if you wanted to take a few days in Thailand or Vietnam? If you did that in the middle of the extension, you wasted half of it. Chuck, you're absolutely right. You're right. And it was one of those things I had to make a decision on. It's like, no, I have so much travel here to do in the Philippines. I just don't see myself going anywhere else. I really don't. So, and then maybe December, January, it gives me a good reason to maybe travel somewhere else, to get out for a little bit, maybe spend a week or so in Bangkok. But yeah, no, I went ahead and did a 6 months extension just because I've got so much to travel here to do. Yeah. Yes, I'm glowing. Actually, you know what? I got a lot of sun. I was got a lot of sun. All right, guys. I should wrap it up here. Where are we at? You can give me a shot. I played what? I played Francisco Bustamante. Oh, I should wrap it up here. Where we got? Let's see if I can bounce through some of these one-offs. You're in a good spot, Chris. Hopefully, I will have time to meet you when I'm in Cebu later this year. I was born and raised in Cebu, and very happy for you, Dad. Or good stuff, brother. Yeah, I hope you get back home. That's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. Yeah, hello, good old Pacific Northwestern. We'll rewatch your live once it uploads. You're killing it, man. Hey, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Dude, the first 4 minutes, I have no audio. I got to figure out how to edit that out. I was a complete noob and had my mic on mute for the first 4 minutes. So, yeah, Valencia. Yeah, Valencia looks great. How about Crocodile Pet, the one you see in the zoo? Dude, that croc was scary. That croc was so scary. It was just right there. And then when you walked over and came around, he just totally followed me around. He was stalking me. Yeah. Volcanoes are about to, yeah. There are some volcanoes here. Something you have to watch for. What sports do you play? Yeah. I'm mainly just running right now. That's about all I play. Volleyball looks great. Yeah, I used to play some volleyball, but the jumping really hurts my knees, so I can't do that. Hey, good morning. How's it going? Yeah. Yep, I ride my motorcycle. I've got that Royal Enfield 100 350 I just picked up. So, yeah. Let's see here. Lapu-Lapu Immigration Offices is so quick and painless to extend. It's one of the best immigration offices I visited. Gene, I just used JRC, and actually, I've got an interview with them here in a couple hours. Yeah, so I think I'll be on their site doing some stuff, but I like JRC. Dude, I just drop off my visa and they handle it for me. I don't even have to worry about it. I come pick it up a week later and it's done. But yeah, live in Canada. Okay. Yeah, if I lived in Canada, I'd move too. Maybe you'll go indoor rock climbing and with me in indoor rock climbing. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know about that. Actually, I'm a little bit afraid of heights, but I will watch you. Rock climbing is really big in Boulder, Colorado. So yeah. All right. Let's see where we got. We're talking about flying foxes in the zone. Okay. Well, guys, I think I am on my way out. Oh, shoot, Howard. What do you got, brother? Ask me a question. I got to get ready for, I'm having lunch with John, so we're going to bolt out, and then I've got some interview stuff. So I do have to bolt. But you got anything you want to chat about, Howard, as I sign off? I feel bad. Just posted. I'm late. Was on another live feed. Dude, were you watching Jasper? Haven't you got enough of days of your thighs? No, I'm just teasing, man. I'm just teasing. Oh, yeah. I used to race motorcycles back in the day. I'm still on the fence about riding. Still on the fence about riding, and I'd like to get your take on it. See you in August. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, yeah, man. We can talk about that, and I hear you. It is a different animal out here. It's different, but the nice thing is the speeds are slow. The speeds are slow. Yeah. All right, guys. All right, Howard. Yeah. Sorry, brother. Sorry, man. Thanks for being here, though. Thanks for being here, everybody. Really appreciate everyone being here. It's such, you know, so cool. Really is. I'm blown away, right? That this is life. So, but let me know how I can help you guys in your questions. And if you're looking to come here, looking to move here, I'm happy to do what I can to make it easier for you. So go. Yeah, you guys, emping, right? Take care. We'll see you all. Bye.